watch the controversial pabebe of Vice Ganda on its Showtime. Recently, netizens claim that the AlDub love team is indeed a threat to ABS-CBN's It's Showtime. However, a viral video of Vice Ganda simply shows that they are not taking everything personally and that a friendly competition really exists between the shows. The video of Vice Ganda showed how the comedian confidently promoted AlDub on its Showtime. He claims that his co-hosts Vhong and Anne should do everything to win in the show's segment. Kung kinakailangan niyong I guessed ang AlDub, gawin niyo. Para manalo kayo, Vice said. After saying those words, Vice Ganda then does the famous AlDub pabebe wave. Invite you to watch the video. Half-brother of Lisa Longa was arrested in a bust operation of the police in Pasig. The government's anti-drug campaign continues to intensify, and as Philippine National Police, PNP, Chief Director General Ronald De La Rosa assures, no one is accepted from the law and the campaign is not solely intended for the poor and marginalized. Singer Lisa Longa's half-brother has recently been arrested by police authorities after being caught in a bust operation in Pasig. Ecstasy and marijuana was recovered during the operation. Out of the three arrested, Philip Mendoza Salonga, one of the men, claimed to be Lisa Longa's half-brother. 37-year-old Salonga was believed to be a trader of drugs among high-end people. The drug suspects were brought to the Quezon City Police District, QCPD, Camp Karingal. According to TV News 5, the man was confirmed to be Lee's half-brother as they last saw each other during their father's wake last January of 2016. The other two were Edward Nelson Jose and Nathaniel de Guzman de la Cruz. Invite you to watch the video. Superstar John Cena has arrived in the Philippines. Why? Find out here. WWE superstar John Cena is in the Philippines this morning, as seen on a Facebook post by T-Radio showing his arrival on an airport escorted by guards. One of the most famous wrestlers in the world is added to the WWE card happening in Manila today, September 9 at the Mall of Asia Arena. Fans got excited upon the much-anticipated arrival of the WWE superstar whom they have been requesting for years now. John Cena has been confirmed for the card, so John Cena will be here too. I know the Philippines is really excited to have John Cena here, The Big Show quoted, who is also in town for the card. This year marks the third time WWE's visit to Manila. Together with John Cena are Roman Reigns vs Seth Rollins, Finn Balor vs Chris Jericho, and Sheamus vs Cesaro. Tickets are available at SM Tickets outlets with prices ranging from P1,580 to P15,840. Invite you to watch the video. Young girl attempted to kill herself. A year later, her family discovered the reason was inside their house the entire time. For a childhood without pain was probably the only thing 16-year-old Michaela wished before she once tried to kill herself, and during those times, her family did not understand why. However, when the time her family found out why, enough damage had been done, 12 years of pain had passed. The assault started when I was 4 years old or so, with something as innocent as a teddy bear. My father had a gorilla plush and I had a little bear. He said they were lovers and that he would teach me how they should play. The gorilla's name was Kayo and my bear was called Heart. I was little, but I remember, she shared. She later on created a Facebook page after what she longed for most, for a childhood without pain, and shares with the world the pain she went through. I have dreams. I think of a happy future, a united family. I imagine how it would have been my first kiss, the first man in my life. I imagine how it would have been, if it had happened with my consent, she wrote. It's not the sexual abuse which hurts most, Daddy, it is your treason. I cry every day for having lost you, as if you were dead. You took advantage of the most valuable thing I had, my innocence. You played with my feelings. Sometimes I think about how my life would have been if someone had believed in me when I was 4 years old. But how would anyone believe a 4-year-old brat? The pain she went through might have been among the hardest, but despite the unmet justice, Michaela works on her healing process and tells the world of her story, not of abuse, but of strength. Invite you to watch the video. Iverson, enshrined in Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame, took the stage late Friday. Then the reactions started to flood social media. The Hampton native was enshrined in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. Fighting tears throughout his extended speech, Iverson thanked former Georgetown coach John Thompson for saving my life. He thanked his family, teammates and friends. He also thanked, among others, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Jadakiss and Michael Jackson for being the theme music throughout my career. Iverson starred in football and basketball at Bethel High School. He was drafted number 1 in 1996 by the Philadelphia 76ers, where he spent much of his NBA career. He earned the league's Most Valuable Player award in 2001, and led the NBA in scoring 4 times. Iverson's 10-member class includes Shaquille O'Neal, Yao Ming, longtime Michigan State coach Tom Izzo, WNBA star Sheryl Swoopes, NAIA coaching legend John McClendon, posthumous, former referee Darryl Gerritsen, posthumous, executive Jerry Reinsdorf, ABA star Zale Mabidi, posthumous, and early African-American pioneer Cumberland Posey, posthumous. Hall of Fame chairman Jerry Colangelo, a 2004 inductee, said it might be one of the top 5 classes he has seen. "I think it's an extraordinary class," Colangelo told the Associated Press earlier this week. "It's true that each year we think it's a great class. But some years some of them do stand out." O'Neal said being in the same class with a guy like Iverson was appropriate for 2 players who brought their own unique styles to the NBA, Shaq as an imposing force in the middle and Iverson as a small player whose skill and personal bravado still resonate today. "He had a lot of heart," O'Neal said of Iverson. "We're similar in the aspect that we did it our way. I was only going to do it my way. He did it his way." Cultural icon. A lot of things were implemented because of his style, with the dress code, and the way he wears chains and big tattoos and all that stuff. He made it cool for that to happen. Iverson missed Thursday's jacket ceremony, arriving late to speak with the assembled media. He got emotional when he was asked about the people who he credited for his success and highlighted John Thompson, his college coach at Georgetown, as well as Larry Brown, his longtime NBA coach with the Philadelphia 76ers. "That's the only thing that gets me here, is my teammates. My teammates and my coaches," said the former NBA Rookie of the Year and 2001 MVP. "That's the only reason I'm here. All those guys sacrificed their games and sacrificed things for me." Shaq said Iverson's crossover of Michael Jordan during his rookie season in 1997 was the definition of the kind of player Iverson was. "Everybody talks about his move against Michael Jordan," Shaq said. "You got to have guts to pull off a move against a legend like that." Invite you to watch the video. Jin Kings survive enforcers. Barangay Ginebra survived a turnover-prone game against underman Mahindra last night, winning 93-86. As the Jin Kings inched closer to a top 4 berth in the playoffs of the PBA Governor's Cup at Smart Araneta Coliseum in Cubano. The Jin Kings just had too much firepower for the enforcers, winning convincingly despite committing 24 blunders for the night, 10 of them coming in the first quarter alone and 15 for the half, which Ginebra still took, 43-34. It was the 3rd straight victory in a 7-2 card for the Kings, who crept within a game of the league-leading TNT Kotropa for the top seed in the quarter-finals. The enforcers absorbed a second consecutive setback in a 6-4 card and would need to beat Morocco in their last outing to assure themselves of at least a playoff for the last quarter-final bonus. Justin Brownlee scored 27 points and had 17 rebounds, and 6-foot rookie Scotty Thompson also completed a double-double with 12 points and the same number of boards in leading Ginebra. Greg Slaughter made his return from a 4-month absence and finished with 7 points and 4 rebounds in just over 10 minutes. James White paced the enforcers with 23 points and 13 boards, with Paulo Taha shooting 20. Mahindra was without KG Canaleta, who was sidelined by a back injury. "It wasn't pretty, that's for sure," Ginebra coach Tim Cohn said of the win. "Tonight, we won this game because of our talent. Meanwhile, NLEX held the high-powered global port offensive machine to the minimum in the second half to pound out a 114-98 victory that gave the Road Warriors at least a playoff for a quarter-final slot in the first game. The Road Warriors held their foes to just 39 points in the final two periods en route to notching their fifth win in 10 starts. The loss, the third straight in the 3-7 card, put the Batang Pure on the bubble, their fates of advancing not in their hands anymore. "We did a good job in stopping their big three in the second half," NLEX coach Boyd Fernandez says, referring to the outputs of Terrence Romeo, Stanley Pringle and import Mike Glover in the final two quarters. The scores: first game, NLEX 114, Walker 35, Lanid 25, Villanueva J 14, Alas 11, Talava 11, Barasale 5, Anthony 4, Cabunton 4, Villanueva E3, AKL 2, Moppert 0, Reyes 0. Global Port 98, Pringle 27, Romeo 26, Glover 21, Salvacion 7, Simored 6, Mamaro 5, Washington 4, Yeo 2, Taha 0. Quarters: 25-31, 51-59, 88-79, 114-98. Second game: Ginebra 93, Brownlee 27, Aguilar 19, Thompson 12, Slaughter 7, Mercado 5, Tenorio 4, Cruz 4, Devons 2, Helterbrand 2, Marcello 2, Mariano 0. Mahindra 86, White 23, Taha 20, Aguilar 10, Rivera 10, Ramos 7, De Gregorio 5, Golanza 4, Bagatsing 3, Aguavida 2, Guinto 2, Ballesteros 0, Jamie 0, Mondani 0. Quarters: 20-22, 43-34, 63-60, 93-86.